I need a new back tool to go with the new key layer. So in this video I adapt a Phillips screwdriver from another knife to fit my knife. So next up is the back tool for the key layer. So obviously adding a new layer for the key, there's now space for a new back tool. The back tool that goes with this back spring that is from the scissors layer on the companion, if you're following along, goes with a hook tool. But we've obviously got a scissors layer already with a hook tool back tools. We don't want two hook tools. That would be boring. So I've been looking around for a Phillips screwdriver option for the back of the for the back tool, and I was initially looking at maybe like a flat, like machining maybe like a flat tool like this Leatherman flat blade or flat Phillips screwdriver, flat bit. This is a little bit thicker than what we need. But yeah, relatively difficult to machine. So then I was thinking about maybe getting something CNC'd, but that is also relatively expensive. So I came up with this. This is the Outrider, and on the Outrider there's a pair of scissors, and under the pair of scissors there's a nice Phillips screwdriver. A little bit smaller than what I had in mind, but it is pretty nice, and it's the perfect size to go in there after some modification. So I'm going to strip this down, get the tool out, and cut it down to fit. So I'm just going to strip down the Outrider. Incidentally, buying this wasn't that cheap, but it is cheaper than getting a part custom CNC'd for the Phillips screwdriver, so I figure it's worthwhile. And it's a bit quicker. So just gently prying a knife blade in there under the scale. Oh yeah. Probably should remove that first. This is the way to remove the scales. You just pry a blade under, get it near the rivet. Okay, and then we'll just drill out these rivets. I'm not too worried about preserving these pins because I'm not certain if they're actually the same part that's in the 91mm tools, and I've got enough spares now anyway. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and drill them out. Okay, so this is the screwdriver tool. You can see this is going to work really well if we lay the tip of the screwdriver over the tip of the hook tool where there's the little nail interface. It's about there. I think that's going to work well. There's plenty of material here for the hole, and we can just cut away the rest. And then the tricky bit is going to be filing the exact profile to get the same spring forces and locking forces and so on, detent forces. But it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, looks good. Right, I've sharpened this 2.2mm drill bit to a point, and I'm going to use this as a transfer punch to get the position of the rivet hole in the new screwdriver blade. So I'm going to reassemble the fixture plate with this in place of this brass pin. Okay, here's the fixture plate reassembled with that transfer punch in place. Right, I've got that screwdriver blade clamped in the correct closed position. I've got the tip where the tip of the hook tool is, so that's just accessible with a fingernail. I've got the inner surface of the screwdriver blade coincident with the spring, so that that's in its resting place. So I'm just going to transfer the mark now. I've got my drill bit with the transfer punch feature in position, and I've got everything clamped together with this Cleco clamp. I'm just going to give it a whack. That's nice. There's a nice mark there that I'll be able to pick up with the edge finder tool or the center finder tool in the lathe. Now, luckily, this part is soft enough to be cut with a file, so I think that means I should be able to drill it just about with a with an ordinary HSS bit. I don't have any 2.2mm carbide bits. I might possibly have a 2mm carbide bit, so I might be able to drill through with that first, but yeah, let's see. Anyway, I can file it, so that's a good sign. Okay, I just tried to test drill a hole over here in a scrap area, and yeah, there's no way I can drill it with a normal drill bit, so I was able to punch it with the drill, but yeah, it's not going to cut, so I'm going to have to order a special drill bit. Solid carbide 2mm center drill, and I'm just going to drill the screwdriver blade. I've got the screwdriver taped onto the Z-axis here. It's all lined up, so let's go. And here's a 2mm carbide bit. And finally 2.2mm. Okay, for the next step, I'm going to need to grind the back of the new screwdriver blade to the same shape as the back of the hook tool, which is the tool for the back spring that we're using. So temporarily, I'm just going to rivet these two pieces together. That'll allow me to then hold them precisely while I match the shapes. Okay, those are the two pieces riveted together. I've also glued them together. That stops them rotating around the pin, around the rivet. Next step is to grind this profile here so that the two pieces are the same shape. Okay, so I've ground that off with the angle grinder and sanded it on the belt sander. So the shape's pretty close. I've just left about 0.5 millimeter to file to get it absolutely perfect without going too far. So I'm going to do that now. You can see that the screwdriver is just a bit bigger than the hook tool still. Well, I got that in the vise. I'm just going to file them to match. Okay, I've filed that to shape, given it a bit of a sand, and it works beautifully. Snaps open nicely, lies closed in the right position. Very happy with that. Okay, if you made it this far, thanks very much for watching, and please comment to tell me how I can improve these videos. I'm trying to learn how to get better at video creation, so all comments welcome. Thanks a lot.